Brought to you by...
Hello friends, welcome back to ETF. Next up, we delve into the red-headed bastard stepchild of the Halloween franchise by succumbing to the rhythmic drone of Silver Shamrock and following alongside hospital emergency room Dr. Daniel Chalice and Ellie Grimberg, the daughter of a murder victim, as they uncover a terrible plot by the small-town mask maker Connell Cochran, a madman who's planning a Halloween mass murder utilizing an ancient Celtic ritual designed to kill millions of children. You guessed it, we're talking about Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Stemming off of Carpenter's own original vision for the Halloween franchise, which saw the series taking a more anthology approach, giving each film the opportunity to deliver a brand new story that would be based around the themes associated with Halloween. Personally, I feel that this was the right way to go. It would have opened up the doors for any number of films that spanned vast decades. We could have gotten a new Halloween film every year, and for years to come. It could have wound up becoming one of the longest running series of films ever conceived. I honestly believe that if the second film had not happened the way that it did, maybe people would have been more open to the concept. Because this film broke away from the core narrative that spanned the first two films, it was met with horrible backlash and wound up being despised by many casual horror fans for years. Only recently have people begun to come around on this film and look at it in a new light, seeing how good of a film it actually is when stood on its own merits. For me, this has always stood as one of the most Halloween of horror films ever conceived, taking strong influence from Invasion of the Body Snatchers and featuring an ending that is very similar. The film steps away from the traditional stalk and slash tale in favor of a far more traditional take on a terror tale surrounding the themes and practices of the Halloween season. It utilizes themes of witchcraft and occult practices, mingling with the concept of being replicated and replaced to craft something highly unique and utterly enjoyable. This film features a collective of incredible performances, including the legendary Tom Atkins, who plays a highly misogynistic and, for me, unrelatable character. Though I love Atkins in every role that he takes, so I have no trouble finding him to be an incredibly entertaining protagonist for this film. We are also treated to an immensely villainous performance by Dan O'Harahy, who chews up every one of his scenes with ominously threatening and horrifically creepy intent, which he filters through a smooth, clean-cut business exterior. I can't make it through this review without talking about the fucking Silver Shamrock jingle.
Happy, happy Halloween, Halloween, Halloween.
It stands as possibly the most maddening composition of music ever conceived by man. And that's saying something considering that it just rips off the London Bridge tune. It has embedded itself into my subconscious, cycling in an endless loop that haunts my dreams to this day. The mere thought of the song is enough to give it license to burrow into the recesses of my mind and infect my every thought. And yet, I love it to death. This film composes itself from some of the most prominent imagery of Halloween, delivering an aesthetic solely in the form of 3 distinctive masks that throughout the film spell a death knell for children all over the world. The overall look of the film matches those preceding it to a T, giving us a very similar camera and lighting scheme, given that Dean Cundey acted as the director of photography for all 3. There were a few things about this film that strike me as strange and leave me with questions to this day. One of which being that the younger female protagonist goes off to bed with a married man mere hours after they meet. Now, I don't know, maybe she's a whore. Maybe they're just terrible people. What do I know? Overall, for me, this is a highly detailed film that isn't afraid to delve deep into the history and mythos behind Halloween, and plays with the source material to meet its own ends. It weaves a highly unique narrative from the threads of the season, one that breaks the mold of the franchise before there was even really a mold to break, and attempts to deliver us something new and original as opposed to just another duplication. I'm giving Halloween 3 Season of the Witch an A. I know many out there still won't agree with me on this one, but that's okay. I would love to hear what your thoughts are in the comments below. If this is a film that you have avoided for all this time because someone told you to skip over it and that it has nothing to do with Michael Myers, I recommend that you go back and give it a real chance, especially if you love the Halloween season. If you enjoyed today's video, please feel free to let me know. It's just a quick scroll down there to that comment section below. If you're enjoying the channel more than words can describe, shoot me a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe. If you would like to show your support even more, come find ETF on Patreon or Tippy, where every pledge and every tip brings you rewards galore, not to mention allowing me to bring you more films to explore. But all jokes and rhymes aside, if you have any films that you would like me to check out, or that you might like to see reviewed on this channel, feel free to reach out to me here in the comments, or check us out over on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. And I will catch you all next time. Thanks for watching!